no one cares. I think the people who write these letters have completely given up caring, haven't they? Hi, it's me again. And do you remember a little while ago I talked to you about my business has gone TV licence free now, the company that I work for. And we started getting letters and they're investigating and all the normal nonsense they come out with. Well, I've got a new letter and I have not seen this one before. This is a new one on me. This is addressed to the finance manager and says, renew now to enjoy another year of live TV at our business. So I thought, look, still sealed up. I haven't opened it. I've never seen this one before. I thought we could open it together on this lovely Sunday night and have a little chat about it. Because maybe you're thinking about going TV licence free for your business, like you've got an office or a cafe or a pub or anything, and you're thinking about not paying the licence fee for your business. These are the sorts of things that you're going to get. So let me crack this open, tape up all the personal details so I can't be identified, and I'll be right back with you. And also, while I'm doing this, I'm cracking this open, as I normally say at this point, don't forget to check out my other channel, TV Licence Stop, where I'm trying to do 4 or 5 videos a week on there at the minute talking about the licence fee so that I can be freed up to do some longer things and some different things on this channel. So you go and check that out. I'm going to tape this up. Give us a second. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't know why I always say sorry about it. I edit that out. You don't have to sit through it. But blimey, Riley, I nearly ran out of tape on this one. Look at that. I swear they're putting more and more reference numbers and things on here in the hope that maybe one day I forget to cover it up and then they can finally identify me. Look at how far I was going to run out of tape. And it's quite dramatic, this one, full colour. This wouldn't have been cheap to print en masse, would it? So I thought we'd go through this. I genuinely have not seen one of these ones before. So I'm going to chuck it on the screen. We'll have a look at it together, shall we? Renew your TV licence by the 30th of November. It's your must-have pass to 400 plus live TV channels, which is a must for every business, obviously. If you've got a pub or something, fair enough. We've got an office. We don't need live TV. That's why we're not paying for it. Dear Sir/Madam, are you still allowed to say that? Shouldn't that be /other as well in today's day and age? Someone's going to call them out on that. Your TV licence expires soon, so renew now to keep enjoying live TV. I thought it had already expired. It says here, licence renewal date the 30th. All right, so maybe when the finance people cancelled it, it was still in place until November, I guess. I don't know. Your new TV licence will cover you to watch TV as it's broadcast, from free-to-view channels to paid-for satellite, cable and streaming services, as well as BBC programmes and iPlayer. This applies to any device you use. Still the biggest scam going, that, isn't it? Your TV licence will cover you to watch TV's broadcast from free-to-air channels and paid-for satellite, cable and streaming services. But the money only goes to the BBC. How are they still getting away with that? It astounds me that the other channels haven't said anything about this. You know, because TV licence cancellation is getting bigger and bigger. It's snowballing. It's growing month on month, which means other channels are losing out on live TV viewers. It's affecting them all if you don't pay the licence fee. Why aren't the other channels saying something about this to get the change implemented? It's ridiculous, isn't it? Keep watching, streaming or recording for 44p a day. The cost of your licence is frozen until 24. You know, it's going to go up. So you can keep accessing all your favourites without paying more. You'll be helping the BBC to continue creating the shows and services you enjoy too. Well, you mean changing the news so it could be more commercial in other markets and destroying its reputation, or destroying local radio? I mean, a lot of offices, I've worked in many offices, and they've often had local radio on all day instead of televisions because they're quite distracting, aren't they? How many complaints are we hearing now about BBC local radio services? They're changing for the worse. They're cancelling shows left, right and centre, but your 44p a day will help the BBC continue creating the shows and services you enjoy too. Yeah, it won't. I mean, it's going up. It's going to go up. I don't know by how much yet, but it's going to go up next year, isn't it? But currently it's 159 quid a year, which equates to an income from TV licence fees for the BBC of around 3.7 billion quid a year. And they still can't produce good programmes. They're still making cuts across the board. What are they doing with that money? It's such a large amount of money. It's such a large amount of money. And this one's signed by Jackie Garswood, Customer Service Manager. That's new. But there's full colour printing on here. This wouldn't have been cheap to produce in mass. 4 ways to renew your licence. Okay. Online, phone, PayPoint, post. There's a glaring omission here. Maybe it's on the back. Renew your licence today on the back. Yeah, okay. Once you've renewed, you can spread the cost. Are you noticing something missing on here? Now, my business has recently cancelled its television licence. That's why we got this letter, right? Where does it say on here that in your business premises, if you don't watch or record anything that's been broadcast or access BBC shows on BBC iPlayer, you don't necessarily need to have a television licence. Also, please do tell your staff or your customers that if they have a television licence at their home address, they can watch or record things as it's being broadcast and watch BBC things on BBC iPlayer, as long as they're not plugged into your mains electricity on your premises. If they're just watching on their phone, that's fine, as long as it's not plugged in. Most people at work, in my office, we sit there, some people do it on there. Most people are watching stuff on their phone. They have Netflix on, like stuck there on or whatever. You know, it's quite a good place to work, my place. But where does it say here? You know, they're not lying to you. The TV licence does let you do these things, but they're not giving you the full information. And it seems unfair. If you sell a service, you've got to sell, you know, you're going to give it the hard sell. You want to sell more of your product, right? Their product is a TV licence. But you've also got to give people the full facts. And it's quite clear with Netflix, if you don't pay Netflix, you can't watch Netflix. But it's a slightly different situation here. Where does it say here that you can watch all the catch-up stuff you want as long as you're not streaming? You can go on ITV, All 4, Demand 5, Sky Go, Disney Plus, Netflix and all of that. As long as you don't watch anything as it's being broadcast, live things on those services. So your staff can sit there on their lunch break and watch last night's Coronation Street, for instance, on ITVX. Where does it say that here, TV licensing? You've got to stop this hard sell thing. I'd give you a bit more respect. Not that you deserve any respect, but I'd give you a minuscule bit of respect if just once you put the full information here. But it is not here. There's a section down here about your TV licence. The TV licence let you use and... Oh, hang about. The TV licence lets you use and install TV receiving equipment at the licensed place. That's dodgy wording. No wonder they've put that in small print down the bottom. That is dodgy wording. You can have a TV repair shop as your business and still not require a television licence. It's not based on whether you have installed TV receiving equipment. It's based on if you use that equipment to receive broadcast TV or to access BBC stuff on BBC iPlayer. Oh, that's dodge. I don't like that. That's bad, isn't it? You and anyone who normally lives here, yeah, this is definitely a business one. You and anyone who normally lives here with you can use and install TV receiving equipment here at the unlicensed place. Use and install TV receiving equipment in vehicles, okay. Use TV receiving equipment anywhere on any device powered solely by its own internal battery. So they are giving you the license lets you use and install TV receiving equipment there. And then the next one, it says here, without the license, you can use and install TV receiving equipment at your unlicensed place to do this. Who wrote this? Who proofread it? And who let this nonsense, this toilet paper, go out the door? Was it you, Jackie Garswood? Not, I doubt very much that you exist, Jackie Garswood. These would be fake names. Otherwise, you know, there's people out there that would look for every Jackie Garswood they could find and post these letters to their home address. I'm not suggesting you try and do that, but it's something people would try, isn't it? You and anyone who normally works here with you can. Oh, so now we work here, but who normally lives here? Who wrote this? Who wrote this? You and anyone normally works here with you can. Use and install TV receiving. You've already covered that. Use and install TV receiving equipment. You've just covered that. Who? This is no one cares. I think the people who write these letters have completely given up caring, haven't they? The licence does not cover areas occupied solely by tenants, lodgers or paying guests. All right, maybe that's for like hotels and things. So should we give that normally lives here with you a pass? Because I suppose in some hotels there would be residential staff, wouldn't there? Maybe I'm just being overly critical. Me? Overly critical? Nah, never. The licence might also not cover areas that are self-contained areas covered by separate legal arrangements or areas of business premises. Other conditions, we can cancel or change your life. We cancel it. Yeah, all right. I love that. We can cancel or change your licence. Yeah, TV licensing love cancelling your licence and refunding you the money, don't they? Okay, well, as I said before, if you've got a business, so, I mean, if you're a hotel or something like that, I guess you've got to have a TV licence, same as if you're a residential care place, I suppose you have to. But offices, restaurants, cafes, pubs, you don't necessarily need to have a television licence. If you want to show the news or the football or whatever in your pub, you're going to need to pay the licence, even though none of that money goes to the sports channel or whatever you're displaying. This is BBC News, of course. In an office, if you've got TVs in there, if you have the news on, you've got to have it. You've got to pay the licence fee. Right? If you don't want to show news like we don't anymore, we don't need to pay the television licence fee. Staff can, if they want to watch the news, if they've got a television licence at home, they can have it on their phones, things like that. But yeah. And don't forget, as always, if you're not paying the licence fee, play a straight game like myself. Don't cheat, don't watch stuff you shouldn't be watching. You may get a visit from one of the goons because they like to just check to make sure you don't need a licence. They love that. It's trickier in business because at home you can just go, no thanks, and close the door. In a business, if you've got a cafe or whatever, they can just stroll in, can't they? In my office, they could stroll in pretty much, sort of, and get to reception where the receptionist would be probably confused by the whole thing and then call me or something. If they do come in, say, I don't want to talk to you, you're not welcome here, please leave my premises, it'd be the best way to deal with them. And they can't keep harassing you. But yeah, there you go. That's a new one on me, not seen that one before. I'm liking seeing the business letters. I've seen all the ones that get sent to residential addresses. But yeah, this is a new one on me. And it's toilet paper like the rest of them. Well, what do you think about that? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. Hit all the buttons below and all stuff like that. And subscribe if you haven't already. I'll do more of these. Check out TV Licence Stop and all that stuff as well. And hopefully I'll see you in another video again soon when I... Ta-da!